Good evening, everyone. Today we'll be talking about the topic the impact of globalization. I believe that we all are aware of the definition. It simply means the process by which a business, an organization, which starts to function globally, not only within a country, but globally. When I meant about global, it is expanded across the globe. Let's talk about its impacts. What do we see and what do we need to maintain life? And most importantly, what do we need to survive? I agree with the words, we require health. Yes, that is the first priority. But try mentioning the other terms which are needed to sustain life. Money. Yes, obviously food, clothes. How do you obtain all these items? With money. Everyone living in this country requires money to sustain life. So how do we receive it? Do you ever imagine how the incomes of your fathers and moms are generated? Some people who work in the forest generates their incomes from the forest. And people living in the cities earn their daily wages from the industrial sectors, private sectors, and from the central government jobs. Do you ever imagine the incentive price, the prices of clothes, shoes, and even vegetables? Somehow we bargained the price of vegetables and we bargained the price of clothes. Yes, it's commendable. But think about the business through which there is a connection between one country and different country. As we all know, the geographical area of India and the world map. In the western part of India, there are a number of countries which fall under Europe. Below the Asia, there are certain countries falling under South America. And in the westmost, North America and Canada, besides Mexico too. As we understand, the equator, which touches certain countries, provide more rainfall than any other regions in the world. So what are the agricultures, trees that can be obtained from the regions at the center epicenter, which is also called equator? You won't see bamboos in the southern part. But talk about the regions which is being touched by the equator, bamboo became very common. Vegetables in the center part of the world map. Without connecting to the other countries, how are we going to generate our income? Let us imagine. Suppose the Indian GDP of this year is 67%. The GDP of Indians will decrease to 99.9%. That means 1.6%. It can fall up to that percentage if it loses connections with the other states. Because most of the items we utilize in our daily activities come from China. Because there in China there are steels, gold, plastics, very common. But here in India, jute is common again. Items that are carved out from jutes transported to China and the other parts of the world. And the items like shoes, clothes, which are not easily produced here in a country, can be imported from the other countries. And this is how the business from one country to other countries grow. As I said, if we cut the connections between the other countries and ours, we will suffer a lot. Even these clothes, which cost only 100 rupees, may expand it up to 1000, because we have no connection with the other countries. So to be clear, let us not forget the importance of globalization, and it's our duty to maintain globalization in the as best we could. Consequently, I have a suggestion that is not to bargain the shopkeepers, and it's my request to the central government to impose laws, since there is clearly written about the market price on any items. There are shopkeepers who often increase its price due to the fare, due to GST, made by different shopkeepers. We can't always identify who's right and who's wrong. So in this case, if the central has imposed certain tax and mark price on any items, there should not be bargaining between the shopkeeper and the customer. Then there will be peace and smooth of purchasing items from different shops. Thank you.